Alrighty, what is up, humanoids? It is a random day. I think it's Tuesday, the 7th or something of February 2023. We're having a busy day at the store, so I'm gonna go ahead and apologize that it's a little bit loud. This is a little different. If you watched my video yesterday where I talked about the Songs Ohio Skate High vans, I told you about this. This was a little, there was a little foreshadowing in that one. So this video is just a little bit different. This is also not a shoe I carry, but in the name of community, this whole world of skateboarding has led me into wearing a whole bunch of different kinds of shoes throughout the years. Usually shoes last you about 2 weeks to a month, something like that when you're skating a lot because you're dragging your feet on grip tape all day long. As I'm skating less because I'm getting older, and some of you guys like to make fun of my skateboarding. Some like 15-year-old kid said my tricks were garbage the other day, and I'm like, yo, come on and show me your tray flip at 50 years old. It's hard. These knees are creaking, y'all. So what's up? Been trying to treat my feet a little bit better and step into some different things, and that's taken me down some pathways on the internet that led me to Foamer Simpson. Fast forward to a few years later, he did like a collaboration video with me, sort of, where he opened one of our mystery boxes. And then I noticed the other day, like maybe 2 weeks ago, him and Buckets came out with their own shoe, which I was like, all right, I dig that. That's pretty cool. But it was really surprising what they put out, because if you watch their videos, Foamer Simpson on YouTube, which I'm sure all of you guys do, they review a lot of sneakers, like basketball sneakers, Dunks, Jordans, etc., etc. I'm not a huge sneaker dude, but because I skateboard, I think inherently you just kind of fall into loving shoes. So that's where it comes from for me. But I thought it was really cool that they came out with their own shoe, and they didn't just design something that you would expect from them. This doesn't look like a Nike. It doesn't look like a Jordan. It doesn't look like some kind of Adidas Forum or anything like that, which is what you would kind of expect. This is the Uncivilized sneaker, the prototype one, the first shoe, and I'm pretty impressed by it, just even if we're only going off the fact that they designed their own sneaker. I don't know where they took the inspiration from. Probably there's something out there that looks a lot like this. It kind of reminds me of old Xavier shoes, which was what Nike was doing right before they jumped into the whole SB thing. Xavier was kind of their under the radar brand. John Rattray was one of the pros on Xavier, and he actually works for Nike SB now. So that's kind of cool. John Rattray, Why So Sad? You know that guy? You guys know about that. That brings us up to speed. I'm just stoked that these guys actually designed something that was original, at least from my perspective. Anyway, let's bust these things open real quick. Boom, boom. There you go, guys. This is the prototype, the first Uncivilized shoe. And like I said, I just wanted to get a pair of these to be supportive. This is like a small sneaker community that we're all kind of a part of, right? Aren't we? Sort of, maybe, kind of. We are. And to see one of the guys from the community just come out and actually design his own shoe. I know Seth Fowler was also designing some shoes, but did he have some for sale? Like actually purchasable shoes? I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check that out because I would buy his shoe as well. But check this thing out. This thing looks more like a climbing shoe or something like that. He said it was more modeled after like a barefoot type shoe, but thank God it doesn't have toes. We don't want no toe shoes, but there's your toe down. Look at how wide that toe box is. So you know this fits pretty comfortable. I did try these on. I had to get a 12 because they don't make an 11 and a half, and the 12 actually fits me really good. So glad they didn't have an 11 and a half because that's what I would have gone with, and it probably would have been a little bit snug. So you have your Uncivilized branding right there on the side of the shoe, and it's got this Velcro strap that you can use to secure your foot in the shoe, as well as these laces. Dude, it's a super simple, basic design, but I thought it kind of looked like a skateboarding shoe. So, because if you look at this material right here, this actually looks like it would be like a rubber ollie patch. But the thing that's most impressive to me is the outsole. This outsole is obviously custom designed. It's got their logo built into it and some scratches, which obviously is going to give you some flexibility. Buckets and foamers say they've been working out in this shoe and hooping in this shoe. I don't do either of those things, even though I should probably work out more often. But I might try to skate in these. What do you guys think? Should I try to skate in the prototype one? You know, there used to be Airwalk prototypes back in the 80s. Do you remember the Airwalk prototype? That was pretty sick. There's probably some in this video right here. Probably a lot of Jordans too. Not that I have to do this, but here's your insole. Uncivilized branding on the insole. And it just feels like an Ortholite. Just your nice basic insole. Nothing too crazy, but that's what they were talking about. They wanted this shoe to make you feel like you're more on the ground, give you more of that natural support like a barefoot shoe. I just wanted to support and show you guys what I thought of this shoe, and I think it's pretty cool. I definitely am really stoked for them to actually design their own shoe and not just like rip something off. Like, this ain't gonna get sued by Nike, right? How could it? Like I said, guys, I'm trying to keep this one pretty quick. This isn't one of my normal videos, and this isn't a shoe I sell, but I do like the lines. This does remind me of a very skatable shoe. Foamer told me that the outsole is really soft, so that might tear up really quick. But I think that's really good. Skate shoes need to be soft so they grip. So usually, you know, gum rubber is a softer rubber, softer durometer rubber. So yeah, anyway, let me show you what I was talking about real quick. So this is that thing I was talking about where, you know, you might get sued by Nike. It seems like everyone kind of goes this route as a shoe designer. It's like, what are you really designing if you're just like taking a swoosh off a shoe and putting your own new swoosh on it? It's really lazy. And that is not what Uncivilized did. I'm pretty stoked on that. But I will say, I'm not going to rag on this shoe. But this is a friend of a friend, Josh, who takes the photography for the shop. Did some photography for this shoe. I think it's really cool that someone has the opportunity to be able to do this. And you got your little skull pattern here on the heel. Your butterfly swoosh. Not sure what this is. I don't know too much about this shoe. Here you go. You can see this right here. Maybe I'm not supposed to show this, but this has been sitting in my back room for months. And clearly it looks very similar to another shoe that's on the market, although it does have Velcro flame laces across the toe or across the top of the foot. But, you know, you guys recognize that outsole. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If this was what you were stoked on, I think that, hell yeah, that's pretty awesome. You could put your own color together and you could do your own thing. But I don't know how cool it is to just rip off a silhouette that already exists. And that is not at all what these guys have done. Not that I can tell. Not in my world. It looks similar to a Xavier, but not really anything like it. And yeah, I just think that is commendable, to make your own thing and do it differently. At least differently than all the things you're surrounded by. You know, if they're playing basketball in this, I know Buckets and Foamer Simpson have held 1,000 different basketball shoes that look nothing like this. And I think that's respectable. So I'm going to wrap it up. I hope this is a little nod to community, the sneaker world out there. I know my skateboarders are probably like, what are you talking about? Guys, we all wear shoes. We skate in shoes. It all makes sense. This makes sense. It's different. I like it. I might try to skate in it. Should I try to skate in it? What do you guys think? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is like out of left field, but I like it. So we'll see you in the next one. Back to regular programming in the next one, right? Okay, that's it. We'll talk to you guys soon. All the best. Yeah. Fuck, my hands are everywhere. Love Blue Tile. Goodbye.